Good morning, students. Already we have started the lesson in Geography lesson 14, Our Resources. Today we will have a small recap of that lesson and then we will move on to the next heading in that lesson. Okay? So, what is a resource? Anything that satisfies human needs are called resource. Example, pen helps us to write, chair helps us to sit, fruits, vegetables, water, even your education, house, all these things are called resources because they helps us in some way or the other. Okay, what are the types of resources we have seen? There are three major types: natural, human made, and human resources. I already told you that human made resources and human resources both are different. They are not same, they both are different. Today we will see about natural resources first. Okay, so here first I have given a picture types of natural resources: the air, water, soil, trees, forest, wildlife, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and minerals. So all these are some examples of natural resources, and all these are classified into different categories on their different characteristics. So all these are natural resources only, but they are classified according to their characteristics into different categories that we will see in the upcoming slides. Okay, now first, before we go to the types of natural resources, we should know first of all what is a natural resources. The object or the substance which we get from the natural environment and is valuable to human is called natural resources. For example, here I have already said air, water, soil, trees, forest, wildlife. These are the examples of natural resources. And the natural resources is again classified into different categories on their various characteristics on the basis of origin, on the basis of renewability, on the basis of development, and on the basis of distribution. Anything which we get naturally from the nature without changing its form in any way, that is called natural resources. So now first we will go and see on origin, on the basis of origin. And here, on the basis of origin, is again classified into two categories, that is, biotic and abiotic resources. First, we will see about biotic resources. Here in this picture, there are some examples of biotic and abiotic factors, that is, plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. So, biotic resources are obtained from the living organisms. Here in this side, non-living examples: water, sunlight, soil, air, and temperature, and so on. So, abiotic resources are obtained from the non-living things. So, biotic resources and abiotic resources both are not similar in all the ways. Now, first we will see about biotic resources. These objects or these substances they obtained from the living organisms, for example, animals, birds, fishes, and other marine organisms, and they can produce, reproduce, and regenerate. For example, reproduce in the sense fish can reproduce its varieties. Animals they can reproduce. So these are called reproduction and regenerate. Fishes, animals, birds they can reproduce and they regenerate their resources in a natural way. So this type of resources is inexhaustible. What is the meaning for the word inexhaustible? It means it cannot be used. The resource cannot be used. The resource cannot be used frequently. So that is the meaning for the word inexhaustible. The resources cannot be used completely. They are called biotic resources. So the first thing is it is obtained from living organisms. They can reproduce and can regenerate. The third point is it is inexhaustible in the sense the resources cannot be used completely. And this type of resources is inexhaustible without human interference. Human don't want to help in that. Human don't want to reproduce and regenerate. All the things they will take care by itself. So that is called inexhaustible without human interference. In this picture, plants, protozoites, fungus, bacteria, animals, they are all doing their work by themselves. They are not getting or seeking any help from any human being. So that is called biotic resources. And next comes abiotic resources. As I said, biotic resources obtained from living organism. Opposite to that is abiotic resources. It can be obtained from the non-living substances or non-living things. And it cannot be regenerated. Suppose, for example, gold, iron, copper and silver. Gold, we are not making the gold. Human are not making the gold. So, this type of resources are called abiotic resources. They are often referred to as inorganic substances. Okay, the total resource of abiotic resources cannot be increased by human effort. In the biotic resources, if you see, we can help the biotic organisms, the living organisms, to increase the number, to increase their population. Human can help them. But in the abiotic resources, gold, iron, copper, all the minerals or all the sunlight, the soil, air, water, we cannot increase the number by our effort, by human effort. So that is called abiotic resources. Most of these resources are exhaustible. Exhaustible in the sense we can use the resources completely. We are using the water completely day to day. Daily we are using it. Soil we are using it. Air we breathe daily. Sunlight we are using it. Minerals such as iron, copper, silver, all these resources we are using it completely, so it is called exhaustible. Exhaustible means the resource can be used completely. Inexhaustible means the resources cannot be used completely.